Golf's no different from hockey. Requires talent, self-discipline.
Golf requires goofy pants and a fat ass. You should talk to my neighbor, the accountant, probably a great golfer, huge ass.
How do you measure yourself with other golfers? By height.
It's a very, very special honor.
I'm Paula Creamer, and you're listening.
Well, we're waiting.
Hi, this is Martin Cove, a.k.a. John Kreese from Cobra Kai, and you're listening to
Quiet, Please.
Let the word go out from here across the land. Let Daddy Noonan approve.
Hi, boys. Nice day for golf, eh? Quiet, please. Oh, you got secrets, eh?
Hey, this is Shooter McGavin. You're listening to the...
Hey, you guys. Hey, we're trying to have a podcast over here.
And welcome back to another edition of Quiet Please, the Golf Podcast. I'm Alan Depew, and welcome into our virtual living room where we chat about the men, women, and events that are shaping the industry and game that we love. We may even throw in there a little bit of destination golf occasionally, but as always, I am joined by a panel of experts from all reaches of the golf industry and all reaches of the U.S. right now. Full house tonight. I'm joined by B.E. Brennan Elliott to my left. How you doing, B?
Good evening. Good evening.
Put the pen and paper down or the laptop down for a little while to come join us, I see.
I did. My eyes were hurting, so I get on another computer in another room.
And in the bourbon country, Boston Bob Baldessari. Hello, Bobby.
The dogs are going crazy.
And I know that bark. I know that bark. The golfing savant himself, Andy Hydorn.
Not so savant-like lately.
And the prettiest podcaster in golf, Christian Nazamus.
Gentlemen, how are we?
How are you, Christian?
I'm living the dream every day.
So before we went on, you were down in Florida before we hit play. You were telling stories. You were hitting bombs.
Hitting bombs like Andy.
And the guy gave you a free driver.
Just gave me a free driver. He's a giver. He's done it with a lot of guys in their little community down there, my old neighbors. So, I didn't say anything to him at dinner. My neighbor did, and next thing you know, I walk home with a new QI10 driver.
And what's his name, so we can give him some shout out?
Mr. Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy. Nice. Charlie Murphy, we appreciate that because Christian's just a struggling young cadet small.
With an unbelievable shoulder turn.
Immense shoulder turn.
There you go, Andy. There's the one mention during this time's show.
We're a good 2 minutes and 10 seconds into this show before we brought up that Alan Depew shoulder turn issue.
It'll never stop.
Yeah.
Yes, it will. Hey, all right. So lots of topics. By the way, great show last week, Andy.
Yeah.
Sorry you couldn't make that one. I mean,
that was a good one.
That was a good one from the airport, though.
Yeah, you did chime in without question, but we got to talk about the tour. A little heartbreak for Shane Lowry. We got to give a little shout out to the Arnold Palmer. BE's our man on the ground down there. McLaren Golf. Who saw that one coming? Callaway, Topgolf, and then Jon Rahm with a little report from Andy Hydorn's live report. But before I do that, Bobby, I'm going to throw this in there right now because you told me you had one.
Well, I think it was appropriate from this week, not to the extent of the lost lead that Shane Lowry had, but I'm watching that and I'm thinking as he walks up to 16, when you're in the last 3 holes of a tournament, many of us have played high-level tournaments, you're drawing on experience, drawing on recent experience and really success. So I'm thinking to myself, Shane, you're thinking about the Ryder Cup, the 18th hole, you stiff it in there, you make birdie, you're on the 16th hole, you got the water. I was completely and utterly stunned how bad he hit the shot on 16. And then even worse on 17, it was like, those are 18 handicappers shots. No disrespect to 18 handicappers, but that was not a tour player just missing it. So I thought, man, that really stinks, 3-shot lead. But I started thinking, what is the largest 54-hole lead blown in PGA Tour history?
Could it be Greg Norman's Masters?
I was gonna say.
Well, here's lately I've been coming up with these caveats. This is regular PGA Tour events. Not so much majors and Arnie at Olympics. So if you're thinking just traditional PGA Tour events, there's been there are varying degrees. Seven times. I got one over here. It looks like 10 times. But do you know the number of shots blown for the going of the final run?
Can I say who I hope it is?
Yes. Well, Norman's in there for a regular event. Well, see, this list has him as a Masters, but I was looking at multiple lists here.
It's got to be 6-7 shots.
Yeah, 6 shots. 6 shots is has happened 7 times on the PGA Tour.
I feel like what's his name back in the day was so good. Sergio's got to be on that list somehow. I feel like I watched Sergio blown a lead.
Sergio's on there. Spencer Levine, Dustin Johnson, Scotty Scheffler, 2022 Tour Championship.
Will never happen today.
Morikawa. Going back to 1928, the Florida Open, Bobby Cruikshank.
Well, that last name kind of did him in.
Well, that's when Lowry almost hit off that one hole. He literally almost hit it on the other side of the pond.
I've been there. It's almost impossible. Like if you try to hit it over to those homes, you've got to whiff it so bad you can't even believe it.
Bobby, I could hit it there.
It's not 210 yards. It's 160 yards.
Yeah.
And frankly, there's a lot of green left and long of that hole.
Yep.
Did we answer your question?
Yeah, we'll go with it.
He just said who they all were.
Okay. I just want to make sure I didn't rudely interrupt the final answer.
Moving along.
Pace of play is great.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys think Lowry was thinking about winning in front of his daughter?
Yeah, I think he got ahead.
That's what.
Yeah, I mean, I believe he said that, right? I believe it, but I don't view that as the reason. Like, I mean, if everyone's honest, they think about that stuff when they're out there. But we've talked about this how many times? It's the golfer on the brink of disaster for 4.5 hours, right? I mean, that's what it is. And unfortunately, like, I think the bigger factor was he did it a couple weeks ago in the Middle East. I think it was Dubai, maybe.
Yeah.
But he did it there too. He doubled the last hole. So I'm sure, and Smiley Kaufman said it, he goes, he's got a serious monkey on his back to deal with now. This has happened twice, and this stuff does not go away.
No, and how do I don't know how you recover from it, if I'm being, at least not early. I think he'll recover from it down the road, but again, when you play in a tournament like a PGA Tour event, it has no. I feel like when you play in a Ryder Cup, it has way more bearings on your shoulders than you do in a PGA Tour event, personally. So when you come down the stretch, what? No.
Oh, okay.
Something Alan doesn't know. All I'm saying is that at the end of the day, when you play in a Ryder Cup, and clearly he always seems to be dominant, always seems to be amazing in those tournaments. It was kind of hard to see because we're not really used to seeing Shane collapse like that. I got to agree with Andy though on that. Where how many times has his daughter watched him live in person? And I get it, right? It's a different vibe that he could have had going into the last few holes. But again, Shane's been around the block hundreds of times. He knows how to win a tournament. He's been here more often than not. And, I sympathize with him. I feel bad for him that it happened in the way that it did, but I don't know if I'm sitting in his shoes right now, that's always going to play in the back of my head. Next time he has a lead going into Sunday, especially coming down to 16, 17, 18, of course it's going to be in the back of his head.
Brendan, I don't know if you, from a technical aspect, if you noticed, but on 16, he lifted his head.
Yeah, he didn't keep the head steady.
Yeah.
Well, I know you guys are joking, but 16T with a 3-shot lead.
He's got 100 yards left.
And he's a pull cutter.
Yep.
Yes.
Like, you need to get that thing crossing the hazard line way up there if it ever gets close to it. And there's a lot of room left there.
There's a ton of room left.
And there's a pretty penal bunker and some tough rough, but I mean, mistakes, you gotta know what your mistakes need to be at that stage.
Do you guys ever get in the mode when you're watching a tournament, no matter who's in the lead, but if they've got like a 3 or 4 or 5 shot lead, are you always hoping for some carnage down at the end? Not in a bad way, but you want to see the tournament have some excitement.
Yes, absolutely. I don't care if it's the Honda Classic or if it's the Masters. Doesn't matter to me.
Rubbing is racing. You want to see the wreck.
Of course.
Yeah.
I think anybody who's a golf fan wants to see somebody who has either tied for the lead going into 18 to birdie it, or I would feel I feel worse if I watch somebody double the last hole and then lose it in a playoff, as opposed to what we saw with Shane this past week, personally.
Yeah. And I'm that way too, Brendan. If I'm not invested in the winner or the leader, if I'm invested in the leader, like I don't want anything bad happening to Rory coming down the stretch, for example.
Yeah.
Why Rory?
Hopefully he doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah, I'm a fan, Alan.
Book just came out. Rory.
Really?
Yeah. Who? One of your compadres in the Golf Writers just wrote a book. It's called Rory. It's supposed to drop like in the next 30 days. Saw it on social. Who the hell was it?
I gotta check.
Rory just won the Seminole Pro Member with his dad. That's a great win.
There you go. There's a Boston Bob trivia. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Did Tiger play?
No.
Negative.
Shoot. Christian, Tiger's gonna play at Augusta.
Tiger's going to miss the cut at Augusta.
You mean the par 3?
Yeah, that's what he's going to win the par 3 tournament, because whoever wins the par 3 never seems to win the tournament. So
Shipnock wrote the Rory book.
Ah, okay.
I love Tiger, but it's just
so.
This year.
What is the great golfers that you are? What is the long-term ramifications? Andy said it's always going to be on his mind. I mean, is Shane basically done now, we think, for the rest of the season?
No, not even close.
It's always going to be on his mind until he conquers it.
Which he will.
Yeah. How many times have we played in local tournaments? Or, and again, this is not even close to comparing to what these guys go for on the PGA Tour, but it's the same mindset you have. If you're leading a tournament, whether it's a local tournament, whether it's a sectional tournament or state tournament or whatever it is, same mindset, same thing. Yep. You know, how many times have you guys been close to the lead, trying to push it towards the next step? You know, I had a few of those in college where I was trying to take it to another gear and try to win a tournament, and then I ended up shooting myself in the foot. So I'm not saying I had a thing like what Shane went through, but you always have that mental factor in golf if you can do it or not.
Yeah, well, you had your illegitimate child waiting for you on the 18th green.
Yeah, of course.
Ouch. I mean, you got a couple of different mindsets when you have the lead, that phrase protecting the lead versus I got to birdie the last 3 holes.
Of course.
It's so different. I mean, your body rack's different, your mind rack's different, your breathing's different, everything's different coming from behind. It's probably like any sport. But yeah, it's just I think, you know, and that guy just seems to get. I think he's going to have a few Guinness and he gets over
it. Let's be real. And again, going back to the razor's edge, right? Echavarria's shot on 17 could have went in the water.
Yep.
Like,
yes.
Oh yeah.
So easily. I mean, when that ball's in the air, he doesn't like that one bit. Not one bit. So, you know, it is the difference. Now, Shane's ball in the air, you know, he was pretty sure where that was going, but
off the club face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, again, it's just that razor's edge of luck and performance that it's just tough.
Yeah, sometimes it's your time, like the golf gods are with you. On 17, I thought, does he pull hook it? Does he double cross? Like, does he go ultra safe and he doesn't, get his fade? I was kind of wondering about that. And I saw that top tracer going, and I thought, oh my God, it's just so bad.
He double reverse double crossed.
Yeah.
You almost wanted to root for it to get to the other shore.
It's out of bounds over there. I mean,
oh, never mind.
And
okay.
As a quick aside, I was kind of struck. I was looking on the TV, the bear trap like that when you're on the 17th tee to the right, that pavilion area is usually ground zero for drunkenness and craziness.
Yeah,
but I didn't see a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
Honestly, it looked a little light on fans overall.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Maybe because it was little light on stars.
Yep.
But I think the close on my thoughts on that is that he's gonna go have a 6-pack of Guinness, sit back with Rory, and then he's gonna forget about it in that night because he probably got hammered. Okay, and he's gonna go right back to playing normal Shane Lowry golf, and I think that was a big thing though, because I don't think Shane's been playing the golf that Shane wants to play recently within the last. I mean, especially I'm talking outside of Ryder Cup and outside of things like that, specifically with him. He really struggled. He won with Rory at the Zurich Classic, but after that, he
hasn't won in 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
The Open, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm saying an
He had a few Guinness that night.
I think that was a big thing for him, and and it's unfortunate what happened because I love Shane. I think Shane's I don't know him personally, but he's a great guy on and off the golf course.
Can we give some love to Brooksy? I mean, he really turned it around after Thursday. He played. If he hadn't shot, what was it, 3 over or so on Thursday, he would have been right there. I mean, he top 10'd it, but that was interesting to see how quickly a professional golfer, not a golfer, but a professional golfer can flip the script just like that when they find something. And he found something with his putter.
Do you think he's trending now, like getting more comfortable and sort of?
I do, yeah. In fact, I could see him doing something soon.
We shot 5 under in the second round to make the cut by like a shot or two, right? And they asked him afterwards, do you feel like it's a moral victory to make the cut? And he goes, nope.
Sounds like Belichick.
I think Brooks is back. I think he's got his mojo back, and I think he's going to put on a little green jacket here next month.
I was just going to say Brooks will be a contender at Magnolia.
He likes that place. He's played well there.
Yeah,
he does like
it. Can we talk where there's some other star power? Is right down there in O-Town.
Yeah.
There's a few players there this week to compete for a red cardigan.
That's a stacked field. It's probably one of the best fields in a long time.
Really strong field, yeah. Do you think Nico goes back to back?
Nah, no, it's too strong of a field. I mean, he's a good player and he played well last week, but he kind of tripped into that win. That really wasn't a win that he didn't win the tournament. The tournament kind of fell in his lap, is what I'm saying.
What's his lap?
I would say that you're going to see a Rory, a Scotty, a Fleetwood, one of the top 5 guys.
Got her up.
Got her up. Okay, watch what I'm doing here. Got her up. Just talked about Augusta. He played his first practice round there. Also on social this afternoon. He's made some interesting comments.
He could do worse,
obviously.
That could his game could suit Augusta.
Yeah.
Most noteworthy. His comment was, "You don't realize how tight that shoot is on 18."
Yeah.
TV doesn't do it justice.
There's been Sevi hit a 1-iron off of 18 one year.
I saw that video, and that tee box up there looks so easy. Like
crazy.
So easy compared to where they hit it from now.
Yeah, it's far back.
Nothing's far for Alan.
You know, you don't realize what I can do.
I've seen it.
The power of the mute. All right. So seriously, B, big event. Obviously, it's Arnie's event. We had Sam on last week. Appreciate him coming on. Great stories. Great insight into his grandfather. But what does it mean for the community down there? I mean, because it is a very integral part to the Orlando environment.
I don't think it's like a catchphrase or anything when they call it Orlando's premier event and don't specify golf, because that's really what it is to Orlando. I mean, the fundraising aspect on any PGA Tour stop is big for the community. But when you think about Orlando, even if you're not a golfer, one of the things you think about is Arnie's impact on the hospitals in Orlando and just everything that he's done, what this town means to him. And from a historical standpoint, which Sam touched on last week a little bit, the Florida swing has a lot to do with Arnold Palmer. And, you know, we've got this week, we had last week down southeast of us. Well, I say us, me and Orlando. We got TPC coming up. We got the Valspar. These are probably the biggest, most important events as we run up to Augusta. And Arnie's everything. Bay Hill's everything to this community. And I don't know if any of you guys have been to the tournament, but they put on a class act event. Have you? Have any of you guys been to the API?
I have not.
Nope.
It's from all tour events have, you know, the tournament Thursday through Sunday, obviously, but what happens from Monday to Wednesday is almost as exciting for everybody here. All the different events, not just the pro-ams, but the different things to raise funds. There's a lot of junior stuff going on. The first tee of Central Florida has a big impact in playing this. It's just super, super cool. And it gets better every single year. You don't think they could top it, but every year is something special.
I thought it was cool that Sam's host the volunteers, 800 people for a breakfast.
Yeah.
And they have 1,500 volunteers throughout the week. That's a lot, but it's not as big as you could get at like Waste Management. I heard has like 3,000 volunteers, which is
you need
bonkers about that. But
2,000 of them are security.
16.
Another 1,000 are picking up empty cups.
No doubt. Andy, let's where are we at? Boom, let's hit that button.
You know, it used to be where's Andy Ogletree? Where's Ogletree? And now it's where's Phil? Because where is Phil?
Also, where's Andy?
Phil missed the first two events. He's not playing this week either. I mean, what's going on there? Inquiring minds
he's too busy tweeting.
What's that?
He is becoming
too busy tweeting. That's his new profession. He's tweeting.
He's a tweeter. So we do have some interesting news from Jon Rahm, who's a little upset.
Well, this is almost becoming as commonplace as tweeting and where's Ogletree.
Yeah.
This is Rahm whining.
Yeah, and he's upset with the DP World Tour because he is now being required to play in 6 events, 2 extra events that he above and beyond what he normally played in, and he's not having it. He's not happy, and there's definitely a little bit of bad blood going on there with Mr. Rahm and the DP World Tour suffering from the consequences of his decisions, unfortunately. But another little tidbit on the live side is as of last report, there are 8 people in Dubai that can't get out. The event this week's in Hong Kong, and there's 8 players. Now it's only Tuesday, so I'm guessing with the government of Saudi Arabia, they might figure out how to get those guys out of there. But it's definitely a little bit of concern going on there in Dubai with 8 players right now.
Well, they're hitting bombs of another kind, Christian. That's what.
Jeez. God.
Is it too early for that?
Never. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Is it?
I got nothing to say about Jon Rahm. That's my younger.
Well, what about his other comment there, Andy? That he realistically feels that 26% of the field, 15 players he feels are major caliber golfers and should be given entry into the majors.
Yeah, those are 2 different things, right? You can feel that and believe that. Wasn't it just a couple of years ago that they were all saying that Taylor Gooch was the best player in the world?
Who?
In the world.
What? I mean, am I misremembering that?
I think he's on the level of where's Andy and where's Phil? Where the hell's Gooch? I forgot about him. Just like the whole golfing world probably forgot about him too.
They do a good job trying to make themselves relevant, for sure.
If you look at all the qualification categories for getting into majors, if you're as that good of a player as you claim to be, you should be, regardless of being on live, you should be in the field at the majors. I mean,
yeah,
he can cry me a river. I still like John, I really do, but like, I'm having a hard time with this because there were 6 or 7 other guys when the DP World Tour up how many they had to play in to get the live. They're getting a pass that they're not getting on the PGA Tour. You know, the DP World Tour is saying, hey, you guys can come and play events. You just need to play X amount of events. So I don't understand what his rationale is.
And weren't they required to pay X amount of number of events on the PGA Tour?
Yes.
Like 15?
Right.
I don't feel bad for John in the slightest. John made the decision to follow the money, and John would never be saying
the interest alone off his, what was it, 500 million?
4.
Apologies.
Sorry.
Appreciate the correction. Interest alone could pay for the 4 hotel room nights. Well, he intentionally misses the cut and goes on home.
But John would never be, if John was still on the tour right now, he would never be saying this shit, period. Not even close.
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
Okay. So look at what happened. Look at what Liv's done to the caliber of players that we grew up, that I have come to growing up to watch, really. Okay. In the last, 10 years? You know, look at what it did to Dustin Johnson. Back, he was dominant. Look at Phil. Look at Jon Rahm, Cam Smith. Look at Joaquin Neiman. All these guys, like, they're so talented, but they've gone away ever since Liv came in the picture.
And let me just work this in there right now for you, Christian, because statistically, I do match up with Jon Rahm on shoulder turn, has been proven.
Yeah.
So I wanted to state that, but I would still play the events. I would not whine about it.
Your stroke skate putting is higher than John.
I don't know. Jon Rahm's a pretty good putter. He can drop. He can make some putts.
I don't know. It's just a shame how it's
BB, you're eerily quiet on the Jon Rahm's topic.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I was deferring to my Liv counterpart with Andy. But, you know, I don't know. It stinks that he's not on tour because he's a great personality as well as a talent. And, it's probably, for all things considered, sad to say, but pocket change for him to pay that fine. So I don't get it. I'd like to see him out there. I'd like to see him in the big events.
I mean,
he's not Seve, but it's Seve like the way, he's got that personality.
I guess last thing on Liv is that I'm shocked that John and Bryson didn't take advantage of that open invite to come back. Okay, if there was a $5 million donation from Brooks, okay, what would it have been for John? 20 million? 15 million? What would have been for Bryson? Same thing. Okay, Bryson can go make that off of 5 YouTube videos. Like,
yeah,
I think that's what shocked me the most, was that those two specifically did not come back. I mean, it's their loss at the end of the day. I think Bryson's mind is more on YouTube now anyways, to be honest. I think he wants to pursue that. But John's he's sleeping on $100 bills right now. Probably has bed sheets made out of them.
Yeah,
Bryson's looking good. Andy, and if you were to say who else looks good on the PGA Tour, who would you recommend?
Well, I think one of the classiest looking guys out there is a guy named Ben Griffin.
And why is that?
Well, because he's decided to wear Holderness and Bourne apparel.
Oh,
there's Bobby right there. Holderness and Bourne, the official apparel sponsor of the Quiet Please podcast. Everybody, just if you haven't seen their stuff, it's super high end. It's great fabrics, great fit. They have their U.S. Open collection live on their website right now. Their spring collection is the biggest and best ever. And their PGA Championship collection is also going live soon. So Holderness and Bourne is just some of the best stuff you'll ever see out there. And we're happy and proud to have them be the official sponsor of the Quiet Please podcast.
You know what I love about them, Andy? They have apparel that can fit little cadet small guys as well as more robust gentlemen like myself.
They sure do.
Yes,
well,
they sure do.
You know what else? You know, the classic line: you look good, you feel good, you play good. It's not
without question.
Holderness and Bourne, you're going to look wicked good. You're going to feel wicked. You're going to feel wicked good. You're going to play wicked good. Holderness and Bourne, buy it. You'll love it.
Holderness and Bourne.
One. double wicked.
H&B, we love you.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Hey, this one came up literally today. It was first I saw it anyway. Kind of interesting, kind of shocking. BE, you're always the man with the news. McLaren Racing is now McLaren Golf. They're bringing the aerodynamics and carbon fiber technology of racing to golf equipment. Anything?
I will tell you, I have been knee deep in Arnold Palmer Bay Hill stuff this week, and I did not catch this come across the desk.
Well, then I'm going to pass right over to go to the teaching and golfing, the golfing savant himself, because I know he's up on it in his tech world Andy.
Yeah, I just get the feeling that this is little PXG V2. I saw the clubs. Yeah. Yeah.
Full release. First product scheduled to release April 29th. High performance philosophy, Formula One. Exactly products, drivers, irons, putters, something more unconventional remains under wraps. Ooh.
You know, at the end of the day, when stuff like this happens, like when PXG happened, they stole Mike Nicolette, who used to play on tour from Ping. He was one of the R&D guys at Ping. And they brought over Mike and probably another one or two guys. And that's the only way to do this. Like, you got to poach people from another company who have had some experience designing golf clubs. That's the way it happens all the time. And we do know that there's a sense of, plagiarism that happens in the designing of golf clubs. And every once in a while, people break through a new look or a new, kind of composite, a new material, whatever, and come up with something different and new. But generally speaking, they're probably a year and a half ago hired some people away from some other people, and they got a ton of cash in the vault, and they want to get in this crazy business.
Loaded up on their patent attorneys and game on.
Yeah. Alan, I figured it was one of two things: either A, they were getting into the golf cart scene. They're going to have wicked fast golf carts.
Well, speed of play is a problem, Bobby.
Or B, they were going to take the pit crew to be caddies, and that was definitely going to help speed things along. It's like, hey, Andy, 6-iron, go, boom, 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 boom. Either way, I figured it was improving the pace of play. Yeah,
It was a speed play.
speed play.
Yeah.
Christian, you got anything?
Maybe some guys on tour can take a little note on a little faster play. Not you, though.
Little shot over the bow. Bobby, you mentioned this one. You mentioned this one before we started recording or going on air. Topgolf reportedly lost like $1 billion in valuation.
Yeah, I didn't get to the minutia on it, but that was a headline, and that's pretty interesting. And it's that was such a hot product, hot experience, hot everything, and it's still popular to some degree. But that was a shocking headline. I didn't get to read all the details before we went on air, but that was the headline. I know Callaway had sold some of their equity out of that, so that's really, really interesting.
Well, they had just announced their new CEO. What was it, back in late February? Came over from Top Tracer, right, Andy?
Yeah, Topgolf's new CEO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was there. Where else was he? Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Should I read into that, Christian? You're in that demographic.
I think I've been to a Chuck E. Cheese maybe 3 times in my life, 4 times in my life. I don't know. My mother's watching, so she'll probably text me after and say, "Hey, you've been there way longer than that." I don't remember. So,
well, you're coming to my birthday party.
You probably dove in the ball pit.
Probably. I used to dive in the ball pit at the McDonald's growing up. Playpens. Yeah, those were fun. Go down the slides too. Oh yeah.
That's like what we drink out of the fire or the garden hose.
Yeah.
Those things are a cesspool of bacteria.
Yeah.
Oh. B, you want to chime in on this one, or you just want to just let this one leave this one?
The Topgolf thing is just I didn't hear that either. It just I don't think that medium, that outlet for people to experience the game, I don't think it's dying. So I don't know if this is more a business practice type situation or all the moving around that's been happening internally with them. I haven't been to a Topgolf in quite a while, and I used to go quite frequently. But do you guys think that that's sliding? I see that the simulator game is like exploding all over the place. There's places all over Orlando for simulator practice and bars with simulators and stuff. But I don't know. What do you guys think about the Topgolf thing?
I mean, I feel like and Topgolf is a good customer of mine, so I'm not going to bash them. But I feel like they've started the fire with this off golf course group of players. But I think they've kind of lost their way too. I think initially Topgolf was interesting to people who both didn't play golf and people who did play golf on a golf course. And I think now it's evolved to a point where the people who do play golf don't find a whole lot of interest in going to Topgolf anymore. There's nothing really there for them. Initially, they had kind of relatively nice sets of Callaway golf clubs. Now they have these bullshit golf clubs there that are not even really good. It's like miniature golf putters, right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if you're a golfer, I mean, there's nothing there for you anymore.
They were the first on the scene with golf entertainment.
Right.
It was like nothing we've seen. The simulators are taking off because, as opposed to going to Topgolf and dropping on the cheap $2, more likely 3 for Buffalo Wild Wings food and a couple of drinks. Hopefully not
good drinks though, really good drinks.
very good drinks, hopefully not falling off the top level.
Yeah.
Right. And it's golf meets bowling meets darts. And then I think where they really went astray, like golf construction in the early 2000s, they just overexpanded. They diluted their product, and there you go. Boom.
Well, two things. You know who else has good drinks, Andy?
Who's that?
American Airlines.
Oh, that's a lovely thing to bring up.
American Airlines.
Because if you're on an American Airlines flight here coming up, you might want to get yourself a nice little Q Mixers margarita with Socorro tequila.
The Q.
It's a great take.
If I could go back real quick to the Topgolf thing, I was just going to say exactly what Alan said. The Topgolf came out. It was so unique, so innovative, and it's going to be around. It's going to have its place. But I'm telling you, I'm living it now. We just brought in 3 new Golf Zone simulators at the Woodford Club. We just opened a few days ago. People are absolutely and positively stunned how brilliant these things are. The whole floor, the whole deck articulates something like 54,000 different variations. I mean, it's stunning what this technology does. So I think the simulator technology has caught up with, and it's equally as good as really the Topgolf experience. Again, Topgolf is going to be around. I think it's viable. I've been to it many times. It's a lot of fun, but I think people are finding that the simulators at the golf courses, at the off course, at the 24/7, you go 3 a.m, punch in your code, and you're having a lot of fun at an off course simulator, and they're awfully good. But we have Golf Zone, and I'm telling you, if you haven't done Golf Zone, it's the real deal. It's like the ball tees up, and then depending on where you hit it off the tee, if you hit it down the right side and the ball's above your feet and in the rough, the whole deck moves up, and you got to put your ball in the synthetic turf that mimics the rough. If you hit it in the bunker, you got to put in the synthetic turf that mimics the bunker. It's very realistic.
But they do. I think the major point for me is they cater to people who play golf.
Yeah,
like it's an alternative for people who play golf, as opposed to it's just a whole other thing for people who don't necessarily ever get out on the golf course.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
We have a few Topgolfs here in Charlotte, and they're fun. Obviously, like we've all said, they're a good time for hey, let's go out on a Friday night to try to maybe do something with friends. Sure. But if you want to go out with some of the guys that you normally play golf with, you're not going to Topgolf, obviously. Yeah. The golf sims are fun, especially when you get to play cool golf courses like a Pebble, Augusta, whatever other courses that they have on there. And you can go play, you can putt, you can chip, you can do all the fun things. And that's more of I think that's how a lot more people would like to spend 2 hours and go hit balls outside. And it's 230 yards to the back at a Topgolf.
More than enough distance, Christian.
But you're playing with
the
like
clubs suck. The clubs are
ridiculous golf clubs and balls. Like even in the beginning, their balls were good.
They were, but the last few times that I've been to one here in Charlotte, and it's been half the clubs they're broken and like
they're terrible.
They're awful, and it's just like I'd rather bring my own clubs next time and just hit those for the next X amount of hours that will be there. I remember, so that's all. It's not going to go away. It's never going to go away. But I think when you look at it, it's frustrating because they have such a great product, and I think that if they changed it slightly, they could maybe.
I still have a great idea for them. All they got to do is call me. And on that note, let's go over here. Andy, got anything? Anybody got anything?
You can't. Yeah, I do have something. Okay.
But I can't surprise this on you.
You can't surprise this on me, but luckily I have something. This is Don't Be That Guy Golf Referee Edition.
A new version of the show. I love it.
So we were playing in a pretty awesome tournament this past week, and it was well into the third round, and myself and this other guy who's a nice guy, we weren't having a great tournament by any stretch, and we got 5 holes to play. We're in the middle of the fairway waiting for the guys to get off. We're just chit-chatting. He's telling me what he's working on in his golf swing. blah, blah, blah. So we hit our shots. We start going up to the green. The official comes out from the trees and says, I know you guys weren't doing this, but it looks like other people would think that you guys are giving each other advice. And I looked at this other guy, Billy. Billy looked at me. We're like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? So he then radioed up to the next hole to the lead official and told them that it looked like we were giving each other advice. And the lead official lost his mind. And the one thing that he said, he goes, you as an official talking to the other guy, he goes, you never insert yourself into a situation unless you're being called in. And that's exactly what happened. And it was a ridiculous premise, number one, but number two, like as an official, you're there to help. You're not there to instigate. So don't be that guy. Golf official edition.
He's probably a part-time marshal too.
Yeah.
I got a funny don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
And I hope none of you do this, so I apologize in advance. Don't be that guy that you take your shoes off on an airplane barefoot.
That's don't be that guy, real world edition.
Just saying. Happened last week on my flight back from Fort Myers. Was not enjoyable. So,
can you do a podcast with no shoes on?
Of course, you can wear boxers if you wanted to. I don't matter to me. Whatever you want to wear, BE.
Don't stand up. Don't stand up.
Oh, what else we got here? Let's try this one right now. Boom. 18th green. Well, actually, before we go there, because I was going to save it for a final thought. Christian's mom did confirm, yes, he's been to Chuck E. Cheese many times on our Instagram page.
Yeah.
Love it.
Many more than 5.
Definitely more than 5, apparently.
5
Bobby.
5 less than 100.
Yeah, was the last time last week?
Yeah.
Bobby, 18th green. What do you got?
Oh, I'm on the tee first.
You're on the tee first.
Yeah. Well, first of all, since we're doing our show here on March 3rd, I want to wish my baby sister, Lisa, a very, very special happy birthday. It's her birthday today. It's a special birthday. I'll leave it at that. She's the youngest sister of us 3. So down in, yeah, well, we all think we're 39 anyways. We're youthful, but hope she's having a great day down in Florida. It's sunnier and warmer than here in Kentucky. But I started a week ago, so we had some good times together. And then, kind of an interesting observation. If you're, well, I'm going to blow Christian's mind here, but hey, Christian, so by the way, start having some kids because the USGA has now have their events scheduled out to like 2046, 2052. Jeez. So, yeah, so they got that going for themselves. I read that yesterday. Today, I just thought the Curtis Cup is scheduled out to 2046. The Walker Cup, the Walker Cup is scheduled out to 2052. At first I was going to mention like the Tiger Woods, the USGA for the U.S. Junior Amateur and the U.S. Amateur, have memorialized Tiger with, incredible winning 3 each. So I don't want to go on and on too much, but then I saw the USGA was scheduling out to like almost the next century. It was like almost kind of crazy. So come on, Christian, start having some kids because they can play in these events.
Well, let me go to my final thought after that one there. All right. Because I get
wait a minute. Let me see if mom chimes in over. Yep. Mom's
right.
Mom's quiet at the moment.
From my mother, I get reminded from my soon-to-be mother-in-law. I get reminded from my soon-to-be wife, which, by the way, 7 months until I'm officially off of the market. So that's a great final thought right there.
You've been off the market for a while now.
I know. But no, my final thought, I'll just leave it. I'll leave it right there. I'll put the minute my kid can walk, golf club going in hand, I'll sign up for the Walker Cup team, and hopefully I can retire one day because they're going to be hopefully not choking like Shane Lowry did on the last 3 holes. Had Had to.
Ouch. Andy Hydorn.
So I am not a club changer, definitely not a club tinkerer, but I put a new set of irons in the bag this week.
Ooh.
From a company named Wilson.
Ooh. Old school.
Old school. And let me tell you, my friend Chris Russin, who's the national sales manager, they're doing some awesome things, and these things look so good. For me personally, I've got the cavity backs, the staff cavity backs, but I love the blade size. They're not overly elongated, and the whole top line and the offset is right for me. The specs are right for me. Played 2 rounds of golf with them. They feel great. They go a lot like my worn out Callaway irons did, but I'm super excited to have something new in the bag, and these things look and feel great. So Wilson staff, it's like 1980.
I love it.
Back to the Future. BE.
2 things. First, I'm just partnered with the Golf Heritage Society, doing a couple blog posts a week for them, doing some social media stuff. Did a really interesting article on a collectible piece that their president has. There was a 1964 Popular Mechanics article that had Arnie playing his clubs at the time, his modern clubs in 1964 versus some hickory clubs. Very interesting article, but George, who is the president of the Golf Heritage Society, actually has one of the clubs that Arnie used in that set. So check that out. I did an article on Athlon, which pops you over to the blog post on their website. And the second thing is, you gotta love golf when Kevin Hart goes on Sportsbox AI and gets his golf swing fixed. You have to check that out. If you subscribe to Sportsbox AI and get their emails, that came out today. It's fascinating to see Kevin Hart coming from the inside instead of over the top.
That's
I don't even want
really
to know.
good.
I don't want to know about his shoulder turn.
Hey,
I'm
you
actually
brought up shoulder turn more than me this show. All right, I want that on the record.
So I'm going to actually throw this out there. It's going to sound like it's going to sound like I'm intending this to be humorous. This is a PSA. Any of you guys hear about this story with Andrea? Andy, help me out. Pavon.
Pavon, yeah.
Italian golfer badly
crazy.
injured.
Oh, down the elevator.
As he fell down an open elevator shaft. When he opened the doors open, he was unaware that the car was there. He fell 3 stories, injured his back, had to have emergency surgeries. PSA, I guess.
What are the odds that his phone was in his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you got to look before you leap, right? But I mean, wow. Wow.
Bizarre story.
Crazy story.
Yeah.
That's one time you want to keep your head down.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about PGA Tour injuries. That's almost as bad as Norman and a chainsaw, but that's for a whole nother time. Folks, until next week, see you, boys.
I'll be clean shaven. It's coming off.